Yo, this is Lefty. I'm here for the Bernard Hopkins versus Joe Smith Jr. undercard. The channel so far 10-2 or 11-1, depending on how you scored the Ruiz versus Parker fight. But the channel's 10-2. So this undercard for the Bernard Hopkins fight is a prototypical HBO triple header undercard. And let's get into it. So the Oleksandr Usyk versus Thabiso Mchunu fight. Oleksandr Usyk is a heavy favorite. They're clearly grooming this kid because they're trying to invest in a cruiserweight division. Maybe they're trying to get the jump on the competition, so when he goes up to heavyweight, they're able to promote him there too. But this guy, he's really light on his feet. He's a prototypical back foot fighter. He does not press the issue. He'd rather circle you and be active with his front hand. He's got a very active front hand. He jabs, he feints with the front hand, he hooks off the jab, he hooks off the feints, and he seldom throws his left hand until he's got a clear shot at landing it. And he doesn't punch too hard, but he's tall, he's long, he's got a great amateur background, he's got a lot of experience. He's out of that Eastern European background. He's probably got 200 amateur fights. If you go look, I bet you'll find that. And he's got the World Series of Boxing tournament under his resume. And that seems to be the way that the Eastern Europeans are being groomed now. Through the long amateur background, through the good amateur background, through the World Series of Boxing. Lomachenko did it. A few other guys did it. That seems to be the thing to do. So this guy is just a straight boxer. He's got some power, but not a lot. He's going to be on his back foot. He might even be on his front foot a little bit more than what I've seen him, because Mchunu does not press the issue enough for a guy his size. But speaking of Mchunu, he is about 5'9", and he's given up 6 inches in reach on Saturday night. He will be on his back foot also. And he's a small guy that looks to get smaller. He's really muscle bound, so he's not gonna throw that many punches, because to have muscles like how he's got them, that takes oxygen and more oxygen, more blood to those muscles. That's gonna lead to you tiring out faster. Anyway, he's not gonna look to throw a lot of shots. He's gonna look to capitalize off of whatever mistake Usyk presents him, and I don't think that that's gonna happen. Usyk's amateur background is too extensive, and he's got too much experience for him to get sucked into the kind of fight that Mchunu needs for himself to win. But Mchunu's a good defensive fighter. He's also southpaw. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see a shoulder roll. He does the Floyd Mayweather front shoulder thing. He's gonna be doing that. He's gonna look to counter off of Usyk, but I don't expect Usyk to fight on the inside with him, and I don't expect Usyk to give up his height like Mchunu needs. Mchunu is 6 inches shorter than Usyk is. So that's the first fight. I expect Usyk to coast to a decision, maybe a late round knockout, depending on how active Mchunu is early and how tired he is by the end of the fight. Second fight is Joseph Diaz Jr. versus Horacio Garcia. Jojo Diaz Jr., this dude doesn't really have any holes in his game. He doesn't. The only negative that you could think of for Jojo is his ability to punch at an elite level. He's got good punching power, decent even, but he doesn't really necessarily have that elite punching power that's one shot, you're out type of power. But not a lot of guys have that. He's got the good amateur background. He's got a ton of amateur fights. He fought in the Olympics. I remember watching him in 2012 fighting in the Olympics. He's a good fighter, and he's going to take advantage of whatever mistakes Horacio Garcia makes. Horacio Garcia is going to look to counterpunch Joseph Diaz all night. Joseph Diaz is the quicker fighter. He's a more technically efficient fighter. So I don't know exactly what Horacio Garcia is going to accomplish trying to counterpunch Jojo Diaz. However, that's what he tried to do against Hasegawa when he fought him. And Hasegawa is a southpaw just like Jojo Diaz. I think it's going to be a blueprint of that fight. Jojo Diaz is going to be able to dictate the front foot position all night, unless Garcia made some sort of adjustments within the last year from the last time he fought Hasegawa. But he's going to be able to dictate the front foot position. Jojo Diaz is going to be able to work, and he's going to, look for the long left hand of the body and the long left hand up top, and look for Horacio to try to counter that. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. That'll happen until Jojo Diaz knocks him out in the middle of the fight, in rounds 5 through 8. And those are my predictions for the undercard. Bernard Hopkins versus Joe Smith is coming up next. Click on the next video. Peace.